Hi, welcome to Nagesh Biology online classes. Those who have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe, like and share to your friends. Chapter Biological Classification. In this chapter, we are going to learn Protista Kingdom. According to R.H. Whittaker, there are total 5 kingdoms are there. Monera is the first kingdom. The Protista it is second kingdom. Protista kingdom, this term, it is coined by Ernest Haeckel. He coined the term Protista kingdom. All Protistans are unicellular organisms. The unicellular organisms, otherwise known as single cellular organisms. All Protistans are eukaryotic organisms. Only Monera kingdom organisms are prokaryotes. From second kingdom, from Protista onwards, the remaining all kingdoms are eukaryotes. All Protistans are eukaryotic organisms. The majority of organisms, they prefer to live in aquatic habitat. But here the all unicellular organisms, they prefer to live in freshwater and as well as marine water. According to scientists, what this is, the Protista kingdom, it connects prokaryotic Monera kingdom with other eukaryotes like fungi, plantae and animalia. But here majority of Protista kingdom organisms, they reproduce asexually and as well as sexually. But asexual reproduction, that is either by fission method or otherwise spores formation. Either they may reproduce asexually or sexually, but asexual reproduction that occurs in majority of organisms, fission, it is simple cleavage division. Next to spores formation. But whereas during sexual reproduction, here cell fusion occurs and as well as zygote formation also occurs. All Protistans are broadly divided into different group of organisms. Now here the first group of organisms are called chrysophytes. These are first group of organisms placed in Protista kingdom. Second group of organisms, dinoflagellates. Third group of organisms, euglenoids. Fourth group of organisms are slime molds. Fifth group of organisms are called protozoans. All these are various different types of organisms are placed in Protista kingdom. But all Protistans, they are eukaryotes, so they have well defined nucleus. So this nucleus, it is surrounded by nuclear envelope. So all eukaryotes, they have well developed nucleus, means their genetic material is enclosed by nuclear envelope. In addition that, various different cell organelles also found in this kingdom. First group of Protistans are called chrysophytes. Chrysophytes, otherwise known as jewels of the plant kingdom, because their cell wall, they consist of various designs. On the surface of the cell wall, there will be different designs. Under microscope, whenever we observe, different designs will be there. So the chrysophytes also called jewels of the plant kingdom. In the chrysophytes, there are two different groups of organisms are there in the chrysophytes. First group of organisms, they are diatoms. Second group of organisms are called desmids. These are two different group of organisms are placed in chrysophytes group. Diatoms are first type, whereas second group are known as desmids. Desmids otherwise known as golden algae, because slightly they appear the gold color. So golden algae. Now chrysophytes, all chrysophytes, they are photosynthetic organisms. They can prepare their own food by the process of photosynthesis. So they are autotrophs. Next, one more important point. All organisms of chrysophytes, they prefer to live in fresh water, and as well as some organisms also prefer to live in marine water. But here the chrysophytes, all chrysophytes, they are unicellular eukaryotic organisms, because that is belongs to Protista kingdom. So the all protistans are microscopic in nature, can be seen with the help of microscope. Now let's discuss about a special group of chrysophytes, that is diatoms. Diatoms. Diatoms otherwise known as soap boxes, because under microscope whenever we observe they appears like soap boxes. So they are otherwise known as soap boxes. Diatoms also called frustules. Diatoms also called chief producers of the sea, because they provide food material for many aquatic organisms. The diatoms float passively on the surface of water. So diatoms also called floating pastures of the sea. So there are different names are there for the diatoms. So diatoms also called soap boxes. They are otherwise known as frustules. So why they float on the surface of water? Because they have light weight lipid molecules. Due to presence of the lipids, the lightweight lipids, they float passively on the surface of water. They trap the sunlight and prepare the food material, and they provide food material to many aquatic other organisms. Diatom, once if you observe the structure of the diatom, one single diatom, it has two overlapping structures. Every diatom, it consists of two overlapping thin cell walls will be there. So the upper overlapping part, this is called epitheca. Lower part is known as hypotheca. But once you observe, epitheca size is larger than hypotheca. But epitheca, hypotheca, they fixed like soap box. So these are also called soap boxes. They have genetic material, nuclear membrane, cell organelles, everything will be there. So but here the most important point, cell wall, that is made up of silica chemical. So the total entire cell wall, it is made up of silica. Fossil diatoms form diatomaceous earth or kieselguhr. After death of the diatoms, their cell wall made up of silica. So because of that, all the dead cells, they reaches to bottom of the ocean and form a special soil that is called diatomaceous earth, that is otherwise known as kieselguhr. So but that soil, it is gritty nature and porous nature. Total after many years, the billions of years it takes to form diatomaceous earth. Total cells they reaches at bottom of the ocean and they form a special soil that is called diatomaceous earth. Diatomaceous earth has many advantages to human beings. So here the first use of the diatomaceous earth uses, the first use, it is useful for filtration of oils and as well as syrups. So at present we are filtering oils with the help of diatomaceous earth. So second important point, diatomaceous earth also using for polishing metals. To polish the metals also we are using diatomaceous. This soil also used to make soundproof rooms. This soil also used in the paints for night visibility. These are some uses of diatomaceous earth. But here all the diatoms, they are broadly divided into two types based on the symmetry. So first centrales diatoms, second type of diatoms are pennales diatoms based on the structural symmetry. First centrales diatoms, they exhibit radial symmetry, but pennales diatoms, they exhibit bilateral symmetry. So this classification given based on the symmetry. Centrales diatoms exhibits radial symmetry, but whereas pennales diatoms, they exhibits bilateral symmetry. But here the diatoms reproduce by different methods. The reproduction, whenever we observe, first binary fission. Asexual reproduction, mostly it occurs by binary fission. It is the simple method. One single diatom cell, after binary fission, it produces two daughter cells. But here because of repeated binary fission, so size of the diatom cells gradually decreases. Again, to regain energy, they also undergoes sexual reproduction. But during sexual reproduction, a special spores are formed. So they are called oxospores. These are formed during sexual reproduction. But importance of oxospores, they are rejuvenatory spores. So rejuvenatory spores, oxospores are rejuvenatory spores. The importance of oxospores, so here the size and energy both are regained because of formation of oxospores. Oxospores are specialized spores are formed during sexual reproduction. But the energy, whatever energy lost because of repeated binary fission, and as well as size also decreased because of repeated binary fission, both are regained during formation of oxospores. They are formed during sexual reproduction. But these are the two different methods of reproduction can be observed in diatom.